I mean, it's a hell of a way. Starting a war, killing a bunch of people, getting all the sacrifices you need to bring someone back from the dead. Though it would be interesting if we end up with, like, equivalent exchange, not because we purposely go out of our way to kill, but we're able to bring back, our boy. Because we just take advantage of everyone already being dead anyway. Well, you know... Maybe just Akira is better than me, because I would absolutely take up Knight on this. I'd be like, you know, could you go kill Graham for me? I'll give you a real big bag of catnip if you do. Make you forget about all your worries afterwards. Is this Graham? Recognize that fat fuck anywhere. Oh, did they got cameras above? Imagine being named Graham Cluster and looking like that. Like, you just know that dude's a file. I believe I've made a mistake. We gotta acknowledge that, but first things first, make sure you drop a like on the video, show your support, subscribe if you're new around your Patrons where you can catch my full live reactions, all Stats Assassin, and more, which also helps fund the channel and videos just like the one you're watching. So, what mistake did I make? I made a mistake surrounding this man Graham right here. Beautiful son of a bitch, isn't he? Not really. But for a long time, I've been saying something that I now believe is wrong. I've had enough comments, and I went back and checked the first episode. Now, what do we see here? This is the shot of when Akira in episode 1 struggling to stab. I thought this was the king, mainly because for the first half of the show, it was all surrounded by like the princess and the whole royal family, so I thought he was killing the people behind it, the royalty. I'm fairly confident it is now Graham. Like, let's really compare, right? If you look at Graham's lips, these fat son of a bitch lips, and then you got these little curves to his beard's longer in this scene. And in the scene, I went frame by frame, you can't see the ears, the little pointy beast ears. But at the end of the day, it does look like him, doesn't it? I'm thinking that's him. That looks a lot like him, just, I think I got it wrong, guys. And I'm okay with that, you know? I am. I mean, it's possible that is just a hell of a misdirect, but I think given the insecurities, the struggles of what Akira should do and if he should kill, I think it does tie together a lot more interesting if the last episode is going to end with the scene that we had at the start of the show, him struggling to kill. And I've been hammering in, Akira's development this season has been fantastic. This is a man who has stayed true to his morals, but the more he hears, the more he realizes killing Graham is not even simply about revenge for his boy anymore. It's like killing Graham stops a war, and by stopping a war, you save thousands of lives. And no matter how many characters offered to do it for him, he's too pure to say, if I can't get my own hands dirty, like, passing it off to someone else just makes me a scumbag. And I'm like, bro, I understand not wanting your girl to do it, but I would have been right there asking Knight to kill this man for me. And maybe that says a lot about me. I mean, it's really wholesome because you get this like amazing bonding sequence where he's like, hey, the only reason I took you is because I really like cats. And I'm like, my boy, you're speaking to me on a spiritual level. But it's such a good episode that, like, the first 5 minutes are weird because it's like little Demon Queen and Knight going on a little date together. Everything after that was just so good. It was slow burn, but it really establishes how much he's struggling. And of course, there will still be the people, oh, he should just do it. I'm sick and tired of him humming and hawing. But this is why Akira is unironically one of my favorite characters of this year, is that he legitimately is struggling. He's not just flipping a switch. The fact that he even acknowledges, too, someone tried to kill him and he struggled there. Like, even in put in life or death situations, he doesn't have it in him to kill. And that doesn't make him weak, it just makes him human. But he's realizing this mentality could get him and others killed. But just because you know you should be doing something given the current environment doesn't make it any easier. And a character like Knight, who's been the definition of evil, killing innocent people in all these moments, knows what taking a life does to the psyche. And I think that's what makes the writing so engaging. Like, Akira has strength. Like, that's the craziest thing. No matter what gets thrown at him, for the most part, he's actually, like, if he wanted to be a bloodthirsty murderer, not many people could stop him. He's basically Spider-Man pulling his punches. And if you don't know what I mean, is there's a really good story in Spider-Man where I believe, if memory serves me, it's Dr. Octopus, their minds get switched, and Doc Ock, like, basically kills people because he realizes, like, holy shit, all this time people have been fighting Spider-Man, and he's been pulling his punches because he doesn't want to hurt people. And if Spider-Man doesn't pull his punches, not many people are going to survive his full swings. And you can just see a scene like this. Not saying this guy's, like, built different, But the fact that he effortlessly can stop punches, he could slice and dice, and it would take an army to probably stop him if he went completely wild. The only reason he actually struggles in most of these fights is because he does restrict himself to not kill, and I think that's a really interesting character piece for him. We all know this dude probably isn't misunderstood. He is bad. Sacrificing how many lives and human trafficking and the like. A guy like this does need to go, but I want my character to be like this, to have that anger, but to know, to get my hands dirty, I don't know what it will do to me. Will it get easier every time I kill? There's so much complexities with this man's emotions here, and I really appreciate that this was an author who wasn't afraid to give your character that hesitation to kill and write it in a way that continuously reflects. And I still think last week's episode was so brilliant with how they went the route of basically showing, you know, his family and talking about how they know he's going to come back home and his reflection of what that could do. It's just the way he's refused to forget where he comes from. Yes, he's living his life here, but he still considers what it will be like if he does manage to go back home. He knows the sacrifice it will take to go back home, but here's the thing. If we get thrown into a war, I mean, the body's already going to be dead. Maybe we can use it for a spell to return home or revive Saren, because now we know equivalent exchange, it is possible. There's just so much, man. There's so much happening, and it pains me that this show gets wrote off so hard by English-speaking anime fans. But I'm just glad I built a community around the show that seemingly appreciates it the same way I do, because I legitimately think Akira is one of the best, if not the best, Isekai MCs I've seen this year, just because, even though I don't agree with a lot of what he does, the way they've wrote it, I understand why he feels the way he does, which a lot of these authors, or at least the anime adaptations themselves, they don't give you that much reflection. And you often see this with anime, like in terms of being adapted from a manga or a light novel. Oh, if you read it, you get his eternal thoughts and you understand why he's struggling. We got that here, and you can't say that all the time for these shows. Not to mention it's beautifully produced. Like, I mean, if anyone tries telling me that this show is underproduced, like, look at the detail they do for the goddamn buildings. And if I'm not mistaken, is this not the same fucking building in episode 1? So it has to be Graham that he tries to kill. It's all clicking. I don't know, man. I absolutely love this show. I think it is fantastic. It's definitely overhated by at least English-speaking fans, but I'm loving it, and I'm interested to see how they're going to wrap it up next week. I think I hit the nail on the head, though, with the parallel play of episode 1. Thoughts? Drop a like, share, support, subscribe if you're new, and of course, Patreon for live reactions and exclusives. Like, hey, I love to give video shoutouts to my patrons because they make these YouTube videos possible. All right, so today we got Isekai Cicero, Michael Meadows, Sleepfish, Wayne Delquist, Marco Sun, Here 12, Kieran Walker, Sean Cafferkey, Dragon Mom, Ryan Kahalili, and we also have Jessica L. Compton. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and you all have a good one.